joined by two young gentlemen, if I may put it so. They are young, trust you me, right? But they're not sleeping. They're not watching series the whole day. They're doing something with their life. What are they doing? They started a company called Fintech Technologies Limited. Apart from that, they have come up with a very interesting product. Yep. It's called Zalisha. They're going to be telling us more about that. But right next to me, it's Steve Combo. Karibu sana. All right. And the far end is Martin Kamau. Karibuni sana, gentlemen. You guys are good?
Yeah, we're good.
You're young also, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. The only difference between me and you is the beard. And I'm waiting. My dad used to have the beard. They say that it's more manly to have the beard.
Yeah, it's coming soon.
Serious?
Yeah.
Pray for me, bro. Or you can come up with the technology that helps people grow a beard faster. But let's move on swiftly to what really matters. It's your product, Zalisha. All right? And for me, Zalisha, I think of midwives. Right? They're bringing somebody into the world. Kuzalisha. Right? And it's a beautiful process. Everyone goes through that. Tell me about this app.
Yeah, I think Zalisha, first of all, is a Swahili word meaning produce. So Kenya, the backbone of Kenya is farming. And farming is what holds our economy. 70% of all employed Kenyans are farmers. And because of that, we saw that it is wise we make a system that can be able to help our farmers combat most of the challenges that they have right now. Okay. So through that, we came up with a product called Zalisha.
Zalisha.
Yeah.
Now, Martin, it's about, offering solutions to problems. And Steve was saying that, you guys are hoping to solve some of the problems. So what are these problems you're talking about?
Well, first and foremost, given that we're in Africa, it's a third world country, and one of our biggest issues is food insecurity. And the reason being is Kenya it's a very productive land. It has a great potential in terms of agriculture, but this is being underutilized. So the reason being is a lot of farmers or a lot of people who deal in agriculture do not have this information. Also, another issue being once there's a lot of food that recently there was an issue in Nyandarua County where they had a lot of tomatoes and they didn't was going to waste because one, they didn't have access to the market. So these are the things we are trying to solve. And we are trying to be part of the solution. We cannot do this alone, but we are trying to be part of the solution. Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. So Zalisha up at this particular platform. A lot of farmers, a lot of people are coming into farming, and I'm glad even you developing this particular, platform or this particular app, and you're young, it's recommendable because initially young people have shunned from agriculture. We want to come to town, we want to play video games and whatnot. These are pure stereotypes. Don't take me serious in regards to that. But the issue is a lot of farmers, majority of them, a better percentage of them, they're quite elderly, right? That is one. Yeah, they're not really old. They have an issue with technology, and there's always that complaint of getting a smartphone. I don't know, using the internet. Why don't you make it easier? Did you have that in consideration before coming up with the app tech and considering your target market, these farmers?
Yes, I think our greatest strength about our system, first of all, is research. We did very good research before we started this system. In Kenya, currently the smartphone penetration is at 60% as at right now. It is projected by 2020 it will be at 80%. So even your mama at home, I'm sure maybe your mother uses WhatsApp.
She's already asked for it. Actually, she didn't have.
Yeah.
She's like, I need one.
Yeah, she needs a smartphone. Everybody's changing the technology. So we are banking on that. And then secondly, we are targeting the youth. You see, due to high unemployment, most youth are turning into agriculture. They are turning into whatever can give them a side hustle that can give them good revenue. And agriculture is readily available. So we did research on that. And then secondly, we are offering SMS-based and text-based approach to these elderly or people who are not tech savvy. Yeah.
Wow, so there's that option.
Yeah, there's that option.
Then that is sorted totally. Because I've experienced that even with my friends who are a little bit older than me. Yeah, in terms of age, like 50s, 60s. The internet thing, a little bit tricky for them. But they say, can't you make it easy? And I'm glad you have the SMS line for them. Earlier on, Martin, you stated that, the problems that there are in our agricultural system, the loopholes that there are. Now, looking at, you're playing your role in this by coming up with the app, coming up with the platform, very important. Do you think there's something, personal responsibility, some level of personal responsibility that a farmer can take to make sure that productivity is high for themselves and their agriculture business is booming?
Yes, there definitely is. We are in the age of information, right? And the thing about information, it's meant to facilitate our lives. It's the same thing with agriculture. If, for example, your market needs a certain produce at a certain quality, it's therefore paramount that you as the farmer make sure or make the effort to gain the best information to be able to produce the highest yields. And also given the nature of Kenya being heavily dependent on agriculture, it's therefore paramount that every farmer or every person who deals in agriculture take a personal responsibility to make sure that you have the best. Yes.
Yes. Now going deeper a little bit, Steve, into Zalisha, we've seen a bound in population. We're growing like never before. The continent at large, it's projected Africa is the future, and everyone is looking at Africa. All markets are looking at Africa because of our young population, and it's growing by the day. Tell me, with the growth of population, there is reduced land in regards to people penetrating, building homes all over the place. So we have very limited land options for agriculture, apparently. Through this particular platform, how do you help a farmer utilize their small bit of land to get maximum yields?
I think first I'd like to say that mostly in Kenya, if you look at the statistics, I think 10% of land in Kenya is what is used for farming. 10%, only 10%. 90% is not used.
Yes.
So on that 10%, 40% of what is produced from that 10% goes to waste every year. It is approximated that in Kenya, 100 billion Kenyan shillings are lost every year by farmers because of lack of market, post-harvest losses, and this is what now we want to combat. Due to the rise in population in cities and towns, we now want to help our people, farmers, to be able to have new ways, more efficient ways through which they can be able to do farming in our country. First of all, in our platform you can find new technologies that you can be able to use. For instance, aquaponics and vertical farming. Vertical farming is whereby if you are living maybe in an apartment, you can use sacks to be able to grow like vegetables on your balcony. We also encouraging farmers to use accurate means of doing it. We give farmers weather suggestions. For instance, if you are in a given region, we give you a whole week of prediction of weather. Wow. So if you are a farmer, you can be able to predict and prevent losses. For instance, if it's going to be flooding, then you can know that it wouldn't be advisable for me to do top dressing, for instance, because the floods will automatically wash away the fertilizer that you have applied. So these are some of the steps that we're taking and are keen at taking to ensure our farmers and the rise in population and the food production and food security in Kenya becomes stable now. Yeah.
Wow, that's simply amazing, because the issue of wastage, it's big time. People are starving at one end and we can't transfer food to the other end. Yeah. So linking the farmers to the market, right? But Martin, this over reliance on agriculture, I know we need food. all right? We need food. But there's been concern with the changing that is happening in the world every now and then, that Kenya has to reconsider, its stand on high dependency on agriculture. Do you think it's high time also people start thinking of, going into other sectors big time?
Not really. And this is why this is one of part of our objectives as in building Zalisha. It's integrating agriculture and other industries such as technology. And this is why, because one, without food, well, the human race is basically definitely at a very bad position. So over-reliance on, I don't think it's an over-reliance. It's actually, we're not, I think we are not even relying on it enough, because we have a great potential as a country or as a region, and it's therefore not an over-reliance. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Yes.
In addition to that, I think the food industry is something that will never die. As long as you're living, you need food.
Yes.
In order for you to come to work, you need food. So Kenya stands at a very good position. Africa actually, if you see the trends in the market and the investments that are being made in Africa, several countries are buying large source of land in Africa to invest in Africa, in agriculture. For instance, in Congo, Israel has over 40,000 acres of land that they are bought to practice agriculture. Africa has one of the most virgin land that has never been cultivated, that has never been utilized, and it can grow natural and organic food. So we stand at a very good position. The only challenge is the methods, the way, and the access to market. If we can beat that, we can never be compared to anywhere else in the country.
Efficiency in the way we handle the sector itself. Initially we've seen even scandals, going over into the agriculture sector. We've seen, one of them is sugar, which is big time, and we're importing sugar big time, and we used to have, our own sugar industry in the country. Now, the greatest concern is that as much as there's so much goodwill amongst the people, right? But we look at the cost of production. How does Zalisha help the farmer, maintain the cost of production? Because the argument has been, there's so much high cost of production. When we roll out our products into the market, somebody can get cheaper maize from Uganda. Why can't you stop them from going for that? Because our maize is a little bit more expensive because of high cost of production. So how does the Zalisha app make them, the production at least more affordable?
First of all, one of the biggest challenges that farmers face and that leads to high cost of production is they lack the preparedness. For instance, when I want to farm, I'd go to the nearest shop, buy seedlings, and then go and plant. Buy the normal fertilizer that I've been using, and then go and plant. So this trend, first of all, does not assure you that whatever you're buying or planting is quality or secure, you see, because there are many fake things in the market right now, the farmers. And then secondly, the farmers don't know the accurate source and the accurate methodology of farming. 90% of Kenyan farmers are traditional farmers. You plant what you've been planting or what you saw your dad planting, not what you think you should plant. So what does Zalisha offer? We offer farmers profitability crops that can be able to give them more income, and at the same time we advise them on every stage that you need to do, where you can get the seedlings, when to start planting, what are the best seasons, how to prepare your land, how to apply manure, how to get the seedlings. And from there now, a farmer, if somebody follows whatever we are now advising them step by step, you can now reduce the cost as well as increase the yield of your produce.
And that's the whole aim of farming, I do believe. As much as there's passion to produce the product, you have to take care of the cost and make sure that your productivity is high.
And as well, once we have advised the farm on that, then we connect them directly to the market. The biggest challenge in Kenya has always been the Kenyan farmers are small scale. So, for instance, if you go to the village, you'll find I'm farming 2 acres of land. My neighbor is farming 3 acres of land, And that when you harvest produce from there, if you want to go to sell it at a better price or at a town place, for instance, if I'm in Murang'a and I want to transport it to Nairobi, it can be very expensive. So what we are doing is Zalisha is offering groups, farmer groups, consolidation capabilities, whereby as a group from a given region, you can be able to consolidate your produce into like one central
Bulk.
place, into bulk, and then you can be able to transport it to Nairobi or somewhere else.
So it's killing the challenge of being a small-scale farmer.
Yeah.
You come together, then sell as a whole. Wow, that's superb. That's amazing. So in regards to that, since the app is offering so many solutions, I meant to understand that you're making formidable partners in regards to this.
Yes, we are working especially with NGOs or people who deal actively in agriculture. Because first of all, we are developers. We are software developers. So you can imagine that our knowledge on agriculture is somewhat limited. Albeit, well, we are Kenyans and we all know a little bit, one or two things about agriculture. So it's important that we actually work with these people. For example, we are working with an NGO that deals in farmer training and again organizing farmers into groups for purposes of disseminating information and collecting data. One of them is SCORE. We're also working with another organization called KABI. What it does is basically it gives farmers or people who deal in agriculture information and accurate information. Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
And as well, we're working with the Kenyatta University School of Agriculture. Yeah. We have some trainers from there, and even the Chandera Incubation Center. They are also our partners.
Yes, definitely.
So Kenyatta University is definitely one of our partners, and then we have another partner called Aladdin Express, and we're expecting more to be on board.
Wow, that's amazing. So the app or the platform is free?
Yeah, for the farmer, it's absolutely free. If you go to Google Play Store, you can get it at, if you Google Zalisha, Zalisha app, you'll get it. Or even, we have our website, zalishafrica.com, so you can get our app there direct. And we have a Facebook page at the same time, so you can go there, subscribe, like, and then you
and the user, I hope the interface it's easy to maneuver through.
Very easy, very friendly. You can actually look at it even right now. Very friendly.
That's amazing. As we close this up, I meant to understand you guys are developers, and this is not your first product. You formed this company, FinTech Technologies, when you guys were second year student. Second year, some of us were just playing football throughout. You guys are forming a company. You've made a product before?
Actually we made a product. I think it's good to note that this product we're working with 6 of our friends, and we are all classmates. Some of them could not attend here. So we have various range of product. We have, if you download Zalisha, there is one called Third Degree. It's a polling app, social polling app. So you can get it also. We have a loan management system that can be used to harness like chamas that encourages the saving. So peer-to-peer savings and lending. There's a product we're also working and
that's
making
amazing.
it well. And then at the same time, there are other products working, like there's one was called Fundi Mjanja. There's several products.
That's cool.
So they are
in the naming department. Next time, call me. I have very interesting names to give you guys. As we finish up, Martin, what can you challenge other young fellas like you guys? I'm really proud that you guys are doing things that you love, and you're focusing on changing the society for the better. What can you tell our fellow young men?
Basically, like you said, when we were starting this company, some people were playing football, and I actually don't think that's a bad thing. If they are passionate about football, and if they can make a difference with football or with any activity they're doing, pursue it and be resilient about it and do your best. Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. Gentlemen, you also have my friend. Hey, parting shot.
I think download Zalisha. And probably, if you don't find a job, go to Zalisha, you create your own job.
Wow, that's amazing, man. Gentlemen, thank you very much
thank
for
you.
making time to speak to Be a Shower Tuesday. We'll download the app, we'll use the app, and I'm pretty sure if you're watching and you are a farmer especially, or you're aiming to go the agriculture way, you consume food. So that is a product of farming. This app will help you understand things that maybe you didn't know before. And I do believe it's a very important app just to streamline production. Our agriculture sector needs a lot of that, especially with a better percentage of it being informal. Then apps like this help formalize the sector. And with formalization of the sector, it becomes easier to deal with the sector at large, and productivity also goes high. And the issue of Kenyans starving won't have that anymore, courtesy of apps like Zalisha. Thank you very much for watching this. We're taking a short break. We shall be back with more. Do stay with us.